Yes, boys. I was reading through It's Ian's comments, and there was stuff like 7-Eleven should give Ian a pay rise. He's doing so much marketing for them. There was stuff like Ian is the best. 7-Eleven should be valuing him. They're giving 7-Eleven free publicity. This is a great thing, and it really shows that so many people think they know about business, but comments like that prove that they really don't. You know, and we need to learn and understand how business works to understand why 7-Eleven does not want It's Ian's on YouTube's attention at all. It doesn't benefit them at all. So the first premise that we have to realize here is that Ian on YouTube needs 7-Eleven more than 7-Eleven needs Ian on YouTube. Look, put it this way. If Ian on YouTube just quit his job today by himself, you know, would 7-Eleven still be running just how it is? Yeah, it is. It will be. You know, 7-Eleven will not lose any revenue because of Ian on YouTube. People aren't going to 7-Eleven because of Ian on YouTube. I mean, even if that one 7-Eleven store closed down, 7-Eleven wouldn't even care because they've got 83,000 stores, okay? So his hundreds of thousands of views going towards 7-Eleven's, you know, look and branding or whatever doesn't add to anything of them. They're already big. And also because 7-Eleven is a convenience store and you go there because of convenience, not because you particularly want something in particular. You go there because you're on the motorway and it's there. You go there because it's close to your house and it's there. You don't go out of your way to go to a 7-Eleven, okay? And Ian on YouTube wasn't really big enough at that point where people were actually going to his store and trying to find him like other viral YouTubers are. So 7-Eleven does not care about Ian on YouTube doing the videos there. It doesn't bring anything to them tangible. But what it does bring is huge liability because, you know, when you've got a brand, like a corporation like 7-Eleven, you know, you want to keep the brand image looking good at all times. And it's very difficult to do that, especially when you've got 83,000 stores across the world. And someone like Ian on YouTube with such a massive subscriber base, I think now about 120,000 subscribers, from their point of view, he's unhinged to them because they can't control the output, okay? You know, from what I've seen, and I think I've seen pretty much all of his videos since his first viral one, he hasn't really said anything bad about 7-Eleven up until this firing. Between then and this firing. But that doesn't mean that in the future something could come out. Maybe he records something accidentally, something come out. Maybe an argument happens and Ian thinks it's normal, but it comes out. There's so many risks involved, okay, with having your brand being videoed all the time by a person who cannot control the output, okay? Just because he hasn't done anything wrong today doesn't mean that he can do something wrong in the future. And to 7-Eleven, that's a huge red flag, that's a huge liability, because at any time, he could ruin the brand image, okay? So for them point of view, Ian on YouTube is a loose cannon, he's a liability, and he needs to be controlled. And the way to control him, really, is to kick him out, because he's now a big, I would call it a big YouTuber. And he wouldn't quit the YouTube. That would never happen. When you get that kind of success out of nowhere, you know, you're not going to give it up, right? So 7-Eleven knew that the only way to deal with it was by kicking him out. But the problem is that you just can't kick someone out for quote unquote no reason. You can't kick someone out because, you know, he's doing YouTube videos. That's not a legal way, you know, to kick someone out. And also, if they had tried to tell Ian on YouTube to stop doing the YouTube videos, then he probably would have kicked off and put that on his YouTube channel, okay? So it wasn't smart for 7-Eleven to even ask Ian on YouTube to like stop making YouTube videos because of the brand image, because they know, because of Ian's personality, he would have said that online about 7-Eleven. Hence what I'm saying, ruining the brand image. He would have went on there and said, oh my God, I went into the store today and corporate called me and said, you know, that they asked me to stop my YouTube videos, man. And he would have said, I've done nothing wrong here. And he actually has said this in the past. I've done nothing wrong here. I'm best employee here. Everything's so super clean and squeaky. And then they're trying to stop my YouTube thing. This is why are they doing this, man? And that would ruin the whole look of 7-Eleven. So they knew that they couldn't approach him and ask him to stop doing the YouTube videos, okay? And that's much different in comparison to this other guy called Dale Chapman. He does these point of view YouTube videos for the Piccadilly line trains here in London. So the Piccadilly line trains are one of the underground lines. He's a driver of the train, a fully employed driver for Transport for London, and he would do those videos and while talking about it. And it was really, really cool. It was amazing. Like, because we have a few POV videos about train drivers in the UK, but not one that actually talked while doing it and actually was a train driver, okay? So he really brought something new to the market and he racked up hundreds of thousands of views, the same way as Ian. But the difference with him is corporate asked him to stop because they knew that this guy's not going to quit the train driving, his train job, because those train jobs in the UK, in London, they pay so well because they're unionised. You get paid £65,000 a year, and I don't think you even need a degree. You just have to kind of get lucky and work hard through the Transport for London system, okay? So they asked him to stop because they knew that he would stop because the job is so good. It would take a lot for his YouTube channel to ever beat what he made from Transport for London, the pensions, the healthcare schemes, everything. It's great working for Transport for London. Free travel for you and your partner. It's nuts. It's nuts. But with Ian on YouTube, it's easy to rant off and just leave this kind of company because you're on pretty much almost minimum wage. So that's why they knew that they couldn't control him by just asking him. So they had to find a way to take him down. And you just can't take someone out for no reason, especially in a liberal state like California. Now, Heineken did some sort of sponsorship thing at his store, and Ian was apparently caught drinking it, okay, even though it was a 0% alcohol drink. And apparently one of the customers reported it to upper management. And let me tell you how upper management took that as soon as they heard it. They're like, yes, now we got something to get him out and kick him out. He was drinking our product in the store. Bang! Now there's a reason to throw this guy to the wolves, okay? And they took that opportunity, they ran with it, and they kicked him out. Simple as that. And then secondly, it's not a good look to the supplier, Heineken, that their own staff are drinking their produce. It's such a bad look, especially when that's the new product and they want paying customers to actually try it for free so they start to buy it. It's really not a good look. So even though Ian on YouTube is like going on this thing about, oh my God, why are they kicking me out? It wasn't even an alcoholic drink. He's not looking at the bigger picture. And what Ian needs to realize is, with success comes great change, okay? If you think you're going to become successful and everything in your life is going to stay exactly the same, you're going to have the same friends, the same family there with you, the same lifestyle experience, the same job, the same outlook on life, the same mentality, the same way of finances, then you're deluded, to be frank, okay? If you think you're going to run into success like Ian has, making 100,000 subscribers, and everything is going to stay exactly the same, and you're going to go and life will go on as normal, then you have no idea what success brings, okay? When you get success, everything changes, okay? And Ian has just realized this now, okay? You can't have it all with success. You get a lot of things. You give, something has to be taken away from you, okay? And in this case, it was his job. It was never going to last. Imagine this guy had 10 million subscribers and he's still working at 7-Eleven with that kind of reach. With that kind of reach, he probably has more reach than even 7-Eleven does with their normal advertising. And 7-Eleven just cannot have that. It's no way. You can't have your biggest marketing person not be controlled by you. That's like business 101. That's like nuts. That's like, that's like almost like have a couple getting married and then the marriage is being controlled by someone outside of their own family. Like that is the same thing as Ian doing these videos. In a way, 7-Eleven was kind of right because I watched the live stream and Ian was saying stuff like, F you 7-Eleven, why you kicked me out? Boom, 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 boom. So there he was with a 7-Eleven polo shirt, okay? And he was swearing down upon 7-Eleven. It's like, wow, point proven, point taken. Now there's definitely no recourse for you because you've now proven their point, really, and they made the right decision. From my point of view, I'm a business owner. I would never let that run in my business, okay? I love Ian, I love Ian's video and everything like that, but it just can't run. It's really that simple. Look at any big corporation, any big law firm, any big thing. Do you see intimate videos of their corporate sites or any site of theirs on YouTube being controlled by someone outside of the company's platform. No, never. Please find it for me. Please find where in Nike's headquarters you have a random YouTuber doing, behind the scenes videos. They wouldn't let it. It just can't run. It's as simple as that. And if you had a business, you'd think exactly the same way. Okay, so Ian was giveth, now they taketh, and what they're gonna take is not them in general, but this is what comes with success. Okay, his job was taken away. However, that's not a bad thing in my opinion. Now he has a fresh start, okay? Ian's saying, oh my God, why am I 30 and still working at 7-Eleven making $20 an hour? Well, now here's his chance to upgrade his lifestyle, okay? But it comes with great risk because now he has no income. But he has an amazing subscriber base. I think I watched his firing live stream for like 20 minutes. And in that time, he got about $400 of donations. When YouTube takes their piece, that might be $250 left for him. I mean, that's not bad money. To survive off YouTube, we're probably gonna need a couple 100,000 video views per video if you do like 3 times a week. But it's possible for him to get there. Now, the question is, what type of content would he need to do to keep, this choo-choo train running, if you excuse the pun? Because he's now being favored by the algorithm, and it's easy for him to fall off the algorithm if the same type of content isn't being pushed out anymore. And it's not being pushed out anymore because his main draw to his channel was by being an average, broke, minimum wage-esque employee for a huge corporation which apparently controls everything, okay? Now he's not in 7-Eleven. Will his videos be as interesting? In my opinion, no. About 75% of the reason why I personally watched his videos was because of the behind the scenes 7-Eleven stuff. That was interesting to me, seeing how it worked, seeing the custom interactions, all of that was great. Now he's not doing that anymore. The only thing that remains is his family and his pets and his best friend Robert, and we'll get into him in a second because I really don't like him. That's all that remains. And that's like any other YouTuber. That doesn't interest me as much as seeing him go in and out, day in, day out, in 7-Eleven. If Ian is to continue doing his YouTube channel without bringing any new ideas to the table, my suspicion is the next video will get 100,000 views, then 80,000 views, then 70, 60, 50, 30, where then soon he'll be making a few thousand views per video. I've seen that happen so many times. The majority of cases like this, where this happens, the channel falls flat. Same thing of Dale Chapman, okay? He was getting a couple 100,000 views per video, and now he can't do the main, because no one was there for Dale Chapman. People were there for Dale Chapman as a train driver, showing us the cool point of view videos of the London Underground. And now he's not doing that. He's doing all this other stuff like travel videos. No one really cares, including me. I was sorry, Dale. I'm not really there for you. I'm there for the train, and you were the added bonus. And I think it's the same thing for him, but maybe a bit more leniency towards Ian's personality, okay? Because Ian's actually interesting to a certain degree. And what was interesting about him was the understanding of 7-Eleven and working in a low-end, dead-end job, okay? So the only way for Ian to succeed now, realistically, would be for him to improve the content and give us something completely new that we didn't know that we really want. Okay, I don't know what that really is, but his job now as a self-employed person and possibly a big thinker is to think of that new idea. I don't know what it is. If I knew what it is, I'd be as successful as him. If I knew what that big idea was, I would have 100,000 subscribers just like him. That big question is literally in his hands, and if he doesn't work that out and give us something to fill the gap, it's gonna be over. Because I'm telling you right now, those live streams with Robert don't work. Okay, I don't like Robert. I think he's trying to piggy bank on the success of the clout of Ian. Really, nothing interesting to say. He keeps trying to take the limelight off Ian all the time, and it's really annoying and cringe. In that firing video, Ian said that Robert left his class to go and be with him, because of course Robert would, because he knew that his firing video would get a lot of views, which it did. And if Robert was there, of course he gets, clout off that too. So it's not like he's not doing that because he's a good friendie, and he's doing that because he's trying to use that. And you can really see that because he keeps trying to take the limelight off you, and it just doesn't work. It's quite cringy, and the mentality, unfortunately, isn't there. I think they've been friends for around a decade now. But like I said, Ian, before, with success comes big changes. And I predict if you keep going on that success path, Robert's going to need to go, okay? Unfortunately, success comes with loss of friends, especially if you start from a lower income class or a lower social class. Happens all the time. I have zero of the friends that I had 10 years ago. Simple as that. And it doesn't happen abruptly. It just kind of happens naturally because the mentality, the way of thinking, the people that you're now going to be around, it just won't match with your kind of old friends. And unfortunately, Robert's one of them. I can see that already. So I know already that the only way that Ian and Robert are still going to be friends is if Ian doesn't become any more successful. If he keeps taking off the way he's been taking off, which would mean he'll be at a million subscribers by the end of the year, Robert will inevitably be just gone, or it will be his downfall. Ian's got a really special thing going here, and it's very rare, and you really don't want anything or anyone to sabotage that for you, even if it's an accident, because you'll come to quickly realize your success, especially for those that were successful for a while and then lost it, okay, that it's very easy to lose. And even if it's a small kind of thing or person or problem that could make you lose it, you want to stay away from that, because, why risk your amazing life that you might have for one person? Why risk your amazing life that you might have if you become successful for one job? Why risk that for any person, any family, anything, any materialistic things, any place to live? You need to prioritize success over most things, because, the life that you're going to live once you become successful will repay for it anyway. And as I said in the previous video, if he does keep going on this path of success and he does give us a new kind of form of content, then he does need to remain humble and to who he is. I mean, I look at his haircut, I think, oh my God, bro, just pay the $10, $20 and just get a nice haircut, man, you look much better. But I know as well that that's the reason why people are watching him. We're watching him because he's the underdog. We don't want him to be perfectly groomed and have a perfect life. We're watching him for that kind of roughness, that kind of realness, that authenticity. And if he loses that, he will lose his subscriber base and he will alienate them. We're rooting for him because he represents the average person in America. So yeah, his loss of job, it was inevitable. And this is the price of success. Things are gonna change. He's had a monumental change in his social media image, i.e. going from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. Other things will now have to change in his life with that. This is the Hezron Springer Show.